They say the stars don't care about the laws of men. They say that love is the only universal language. But in a world where our very touch is a declaration of war, love feels like the cruelest joke of all.
I was born in the shadows, and she was born in the light. We were never meant to see each other, let alone feel the gravity of a single soul pulling us together. How do you fight a destiny that wants you to be enemies?
Welcome to Commies Network, your home for the world's most evocative and soulful romance dramas. Today we bring you a story of a love that spans two worlds.
The divide was absolute. Above the clouds lived the Ethelgardians, masters of logic, technology, and the cold, unyielding light of the celestial spires. Below, in the ancient root-bound shadows, lived the Viridians, keepers of nature, tradition, and the deep, soulful rhythms of the forest.
For 1,000 years, the two civilizations had lived in a state of mutual disdain, separated by an atmosphere of mistrust. Lyra was a high historian of the spires, her life governed by equations and the purity of the silver light. She was taught that those below were primitive, governed by chaotic emotions that the spires had long ago transcended. She was the pride of her world, destined to lead the council into a new age of logic. But fate has a sense of irony. During the Centennial Convergence, a rare atmospheric event that allows the air of both worlds to mingle, Lyra was sent to the neutral zone, a mist-shrouded mountain range that touched both the glass of the spires and the leaves of the forest. Her mission was scientific. Her discovery was soulful. She found him near the edge of silence. Rowan, a protector of the Viridian root, was tracking a lost creature of the woods. He didn't look like a monster. He looked like a man who held the secrets of the earth in his eyes. In that mist, the logic of the spires failed. The equations of her life didn't account for the sudden, terrifying acceleration of her heart when he spoke. "You aren't a ghost," he had whispered, his voice like the rustle of old leaves. "And you aren't a demon," she replied. It was the first lie of many. For months, the cave became their own world, a place where the spires and the shadows didn't exist. They met every night of the convergence, trading stories like precious stones. Rowan spoke of the songs the trees sang when the wind was right, of the way the soil felt after a summer rain, and of a world where beauty wasn't measured in lumens. Lyra spoke of the silence of the stars, the architecture of light, and the terrifying loneliness of a world that had forgotten how to feel. Every stolen moment was a brick in a bridge they were building over a bottomless chasm. They were two souls, two worlds, but one undeniable love. But the joke grew darker. As the convergence began to fade, the atmosphere between their worlds thickened with the scent of war. The spires wanted the resources of the Viridian forest. The Viridians wanted to reclaim the sky. Lyra stood in the council chambers, listening to her father, the High Architect, plan the harvest of the deep. He spoke of the Viridians as if they were weeds to be cleared. Rowan, in the depths of the root, heard his elders call for the purging of the sky. They were both being groomed to be the leaders of the very armies that would destroy the other's home. The cruelty of fate was manifest. They were the only two people who knew the truth, and they were the two people most likely to be destroyed by it. The pressure reached a breaking point. The spires launched their first probe, a scout ship designed to map the forest for the assault. Lyra knew she had to warn Rowan. She bypassed the security protocols of her world, risking a lifetime in the quiet zones to reach the neutral zone one last time. She ran through the mist, her silver dress torn, her breath ragged. She found him waiting, but he wasn't alone. Viridian scouts had followed him, sensing a traitor in their midst. The confrontation was a masterpiece of agony. Rowan stood between his people and the woman of the sky, his spear lowered, but his heart heavy.
"She is not the enemy," he cried, his voice echoing through the mountain pass. But to the Viridians, she was the face of the machines that were coming to kill their trees. To the Spire's drones circling overhead, he was a savage holding their daughter hostage. The two worlds were closing in, and the neutral ground was disappearing.
Lyra looked at Rowan and saw the only truth she had ever known. "If we stay, we die," she whispered. "And if we go, we lose everything." Fate's joke was finally reaching its punchline. They could have their love, but only if they were willing to be ghosts to the worlds that made them.
The choice was made in a heartbeat. As the first arrows flew and the first beams of light cut through the mist, Lyra and Rowan didn't fight. They didn't retreat to their respective sides. They walked toward each other, the energy barrier on Lyra's suit finally overloading and shattering like glass.
For the first time, they felt the warmth of skin against skin. It was a moment of pure, evocative silence in the middle of a battlefield. The soldiers on both sides stopped, stunned by the sight of the impossible. The general of the spires and the chieftain of the route stood at the edge of the clearing, watching their children choose a different path. They didn't win the war, and they didn't bring peace. Some jokes don't have happy endings. They simply chose to be together in the unknown. They leapt from the edge of silence into the great void between the worlds, a place where neither the spires nor the shadows had power. They say that if you look toward the horizon during the convergence, you can see two lights moving together, not silver, not green, but a soft, new color that belongs to them alone.
They lost their worlds, their families, and their futures, but they found the only thing that was ever real. They found the love that made the joke worth it.
Fate might have intended for them to be enemies, but they rewrote the script. In the end, it wasn't the two worlds that mattered, but the one love that was brave enough to leave them both behind. They are the souls that proved even the cruelest joke can be turned into a masterpiece of sacrifice.
If this story moved your heart, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who believes in destiny. Which was more important, their loyalty to their worlds or their love for each other? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Commies Network for more cinematic dramas. Click the video on your screen to watch our next tragic love story right now.